Okay, we're going to look at some multiplying algebraic fractions today. Okay, so remember for numerical fractions, so just with numbers only, if you're multiplying, you multiply top and bottom. So 1 times 2 is 2 and 3 times 5, 15. You check if the thing can be simplified, which in that case that one can't. Okay, so we're going to use that technique but apply it with some expressions with letters and numbers, and we call them algebraic fractions. Okay, let's look at example 1, p over 3 multiplied by q over 8. Okay, p times q is pq and 3 times 8 is 24. Can't simplify that. Final answer, example 2. 3 over p times 4 over p. 3 times 4 is 12. P times p is p squared. Can't simplify it. Final answer. Okay, example 3. 3 over x times 10 over y. Okay, 3 times 10 is 30. X times y is xy. Final answer, example 4. 5 over 7x multiplied by 4x over 3. Okay, 5 lots of 4x is 20x. 3 lots of 7x is 21x. Now, if we look at this one carefully, can we simplify? So is there any factors from 20 and 21 I can take? No, but I can definitely cancel that x with that x to leave me with a final answer of 20 over 21. So it's about looking to cancel things out at the end where possible. Okay, example 5. Example 5, I've got 2 over 3a multiplied by 3 over 7a squared. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6, and 3a times 7a squared, well, 3 times 7 is 21, and a times a squared will be a cubed. Okay, now let's have a look at that. 6 over 21. I could simplify that by dividing top and bottom by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, 21 divided by 3 is 7. Final answer 2 over 7a cubed. Let's take down example 6. Example 6 is going to be 3t squared divided by 5s multiplied by 2s squared divided by 6t cubed. Okay, multiply top and bottom. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6. T squared times s squared, well, it's just t squared s squared over 5s times 6t cubed. Well, 5 times 6 is 30, and s times t cubed is just st cubed. Okay, there's quite a bit that we can do here. Okay, the first thing is we can simplify the numbers down here. 6 divided by 6 is 1, so that's just 1t squared s squared. So I don't need to show the 1 there. 30 divided by 6 is 5, so that's going to be 5st cubed. Okay. Next move, I can cancel that s with that squared to bring that down to s, and I can cancel that t squared, which will bring that down to just t, which will give me a final answer of s over 5. So let's just look at that in detail as to where that came from. Okay, so think about the t squared as t times t times s squared, which is s times s over 5s times s times t cubed, t times t times t. Okay, so cancel the 2, cancel that with that, which leaves me with my final answer, which is s over 5t. Okay, example 7. Let's this time go for 4 over 5mn multiplied by 2m to the 4 divided by n squared. Okay, let's put them together. So 4 lots of 2m to the 4 is 8m to the 4 divided by 5mn times n squared is going to be 5mn cubed. Okay, 8 over 5, there's nothing I can do there, there's no common factor to simplify, but I can cancel that m with that m to the 4 to bring that down to m cubed, which would give me a final answer then of 8m cubed divided by 5n cubed. Okay, example 8. 2cd divided by 7a times 3a squared over 4cd squared. Okay, so let's put them together. 2 times 3 is 6. cd times a squared, well, it's just cda squared. 7 times 4 is 28, and it's a times c times d squared. Okay, so first of all, let's simplify the numbers. I could divide top and bottom by 2 there, so that would give me 3cda squared over 14ac squared. Okay, I can then cancel that c with that c. I can cancel that d and bring that d squared down to d, and I can cancel that a and bring that a squared down to a, and that will give me 3a over 14d. Okay, example 9. Example 9, 4p q squared over 3a multiplied by 6a squared over 5p cubed. Multiply top and bottom. 4 times 6 is 24. I'll then get p times q squared times a squared. That's fine, that's just p q squared a squared. Okay, 3 times 5 is 15, and I've got a times p cubed, a p cubed. Okay, first of all, I could divide top and bottom by 3 to simplify the numbers. That will give me 8p q squared a squared over 5a p cubed. Okay, I can then cancel that a with that a squared to bring it down to a, and I can cancel those p's, so that p will bring that p cubed down to p squared. Final answer, 8q squared over 5p squared. Okay, let's now flip it on its head and look at dividing algebraic fractions. This is not going to take long because we can draw a very close parallel between multiplication and division of numerical fractions with their algebraic counterparts. So remember that if you'd 1/3 divided by 3/5, your tactic there is to change the divider into a multiply, flip the second fraction upside down, and then multiply the fractions. Okay, so we do likewise here. So let's try an example 1. X over 2 divided by y over 2. So change the divide to a multiply and flip the second fraction on its head to give you 2 over y. And then multiply the fractions as we've just done with the previous 9 examples. X times 2 is 2x, and 2 times y is 2y. Those two cancel to give me a final answer of x over y. Let's take down example 2. Okay, example 2, ab over 5 divided by a over 2. Okay, so change the divide to multiply, flip the second fraction upside down. ab times 2 is 2ab, 5 times a is 5a. The a's cancel to leave me with 2b over 5. Example 3. Okay, example 3, 3 over t divided by 6 over t. Change the divide to a multiply, flip the second fraction upside down. 3 times t is 3t, t times 6 is 6t. Okay, the t's will cancel to give me 3 over 6, but look at that really carefully. We can simplify 3/6 down to 1/2 final answer. Okay, let's try a couple more. Example 4. Let's go for 6q squared over 25p divided by 9q over 20p squared. Okay, follow the routine. 6q squared over 25p. Change the divide to a multiply, flip the second fraction upside down. Multiply the fractions. 6 times 20, take your time, that's 120 q squared times p squared, that's q squared p squared. 25 times 9, take your time, that's going to be 225, and then it's p times q, pq. Okay, so now we're at 120 q squared p squared over 225 pq. Okay, so let's look to first of all simplify the numbers. Okay, so 120 to 225, right, so we don't need to think about that one, but we could divide top and bottom by 5. 120 divided by 5, take your time, that's going to be 24. And 225 divided by 5, again, take your time, do a bit of working at the side if need be. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. 5 into 2 doesn't go. Carry the 2 over, 5 into 22 is 4, remainder 2, and then 5 into 25 is 5, that's 45. PQ. Okay, that Q will bring that Q squared down to Q, and that P will bring that P squared down to P. Final answer then will be 24 QP over 45.